Hey guys, Theron Asbury here with Revital Outdoors, bringing you another exciting podcast. Tonight we have Mr. Parker Guy from the great state of Georgia. Parker got a top 10 finish in 2021 at the BFL Bulldog Division Tournament on Lake Eufaula. That same tournament's coming up this coming weekend, so we're very excited to talk to Parker about his top 10 finish last year, what he predicts for this year. It's going to be a lot of great content coming your way. Before we get started, let's pause for a few seconds for a commercial break. Let's be honest, as outdoor enthusiasts, we're not easy on our bodies, and the more time we spend in the field or on the water, we begin to develop inflammation, aches, and sorenesses, discomfort, especially in our hands and our joints. That's why Revital Outdoors offers premium CBD products. These products are THC-free, made right here in America. You're never going to fail a drug test. We are committed to being a worker-friendly brand. One product that's a favorite among our pro staff and fellow outdoor enthusiasts is our premium CBD cream. This offers 250 milligrams of our premium CBD oil. It's unscented for all the hunters out there that want to use this. This is great for an angler like me that after a long day on the water, cranking on a reel handle or lipping big magnums into the boat during a tournament, you just take a squirt of this, put it on your hand, rub it into your hands. It starts to absorb very quickly into your pores, gets into your joints, provides that inflammation relief, helps you be more comfortable out on the water and get the job done. So check this out. This is our premium CBD cream on our website. Use the code YouTube20 right now to save 20% off your order. And always remember, spend $50 or more and get free 2-day shipping. That being said, let's get back to the show. All right, thank you for joining us back on this podcast. Again, we got Mr. Parker Guy, a top 10 angler from the BFL Bulldog Division Tournament last year on Lake Eufaula. Before we get started, Revital Outdoors is very excited to announce we are still taking entries into our $2,500 giveaway package. This is a sweepstakes package that no angler wants to miss out on, so make sure you hit that link at the top of the description. That winner will be selected at the end of the year. We got a lot of great partners such as Revital Outdoors, Cigar Line, Costa Del Mar, Lou's Strike King, the Rod Glove, and Tackle Warehouse in on this. So make sure you hit that link and get in. Also, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. That's Revital Outdoors, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. That being said, let's go ahead and bring Mr. Parker Guy in from the great state of Georgia. Parker, how you doing this evening, bud?
Doing good, doing good.
Good deal, good deal. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. So, man, let's get right into it. I know this is tournament week for you, but looking back in 2021, you finished in that top 10 for that BFL Bulldog Division tournament on Lake Eufaula. Lake Eufaula is probably one of the most notorious big fish lakes. In fact, I think it's called the big fish lake capital of the world. Especially this time of year, the fish are pulled off. They're in that post-spawn pattern. They're feeding heavily. They're on the ledges. So tell us a little bit about last year's tournament, what you predict maybe for this year.
Oh, yeah. So last year I practiced for, I believe it was 5 days. I utilized my graphs, my electronics, spent a lot of time behind those. Probably 80% of my practice was island, just looking for brush, offshore structure, ledges, stuff like that. And then I finally got on the pattern throwing a jerk bait and brush. I mean, everybody saw Dustin Connell do it in the Red Crest Championship there. A lot of people started doing that. So I started doing it, started catching fish, and that's what I did tournament day. The night before, I set up a pattern I was going to run, certain brush piles I was going to hit at certain times, stuff like that. And that's what I did. I caught tons of fish. I caught like 30 or 40 fish that day. Just never got that 5 to 6 pound bite that I was looking for.
I got you. So ended up weighing a limit for a little more than 13 pounds, you said. Didn't take a whole lot to win the tournament. You know, not really a known thing on Lake Eufaula. That tells me that there was some lake conditions going on or they weren't pulling current. So not what you're used to. That being said, where you were fishing the brush piles, were you slowing down a bunch or were you fishing for that reaction bite? Kind of maybe key us in on how you were able to catch those fish.
Yeah, so for me, I could not get bit on a worm. I don't know what it was. The only thing I could get those fish to react to was a jerk bait. My co-angler was throwing into the brush with a worm, and he couldn't get bit on it. So I just kept the jerk bait in my hand pretty much 95% of the day because it was the only thing I could get him to react to.
Okay. Is that one of those deals in Lake Eufaula for an angler that's never been there? They just got to put their time in. They got to do their homework, sit behind that graph, idle, and just find the brush piles. There's no really rhyme or reason or why there's brush in certain areas. It's just they've been planted there, and they got to go find them with their electronics.
Oh, yeah, I believe Eufaula has probably one of the biggest lakes that has brush on it. That's what it's known for nowadays. I know the Army Corps sprayed all the grass here recently, so I think a lot of those fish up shallow are really hard to catch or really meticulous, or a bunch of them had just moved away from the bank completely. And they don't have anywhere else to go except for the brush piles. So just putting in time behind your grass and just looking. I mean, random places. I found brush and flats just out there in the middle, and then there's fish just loaded on them. So it doesn't really. It's just no rhyme or reason, like you said. Just you got to put in time.
I got you. What do you predict for this year? Is the lake conditions pretty much normal? Do you think about the same thing's going to happen for this year? As anglers are going to be catching fish out deep. Do you think that they could be pulling more current? Do you predict better weight this year? Overall, what are you looking into going into the tournament for 2022?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of people fishing offshore. I know my dad, he's been over there. I haven't been over there in a couple of months, probably since February was the last time I fished there. But that was pre-spawn. I ended up winning the tournament. I fished the college tournament with my college partner, and we won. Had almost 19 pounds, and I had an 8-pounder that day, which is the biggest fish I've ever caught there. And but my dad's been over there a lot recently, and the shallow bite is really, really, really tough. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's from them pulling the water down a year or two ago and then spraying the grass and all that. But I think you'll see a lot of people offshore. And I'm not saying that, people can still catch them shallow. You can go there and catch a kicker fish maybe, but I think you're going to have to get out there offshore and find brush, road beds, stuff like that, ledges to try to do good.
I got you. What do you predict weight-wise this year? What's it been taking this year for weights? Are they higher, lower? What's your call? Like, what's your goal weight this weekend?
I'd probably say, you might see one bag, probably between 18 and 20, but after that, I think it's going to fall off a lot. If you have 14 or 15 pounds, or maybe even 13, I think you'll do pretty good.
I got you. One last question before we let you go. What do you think a co-angler's got to do well in this tournament?
I think the fish are going to be real meticulous this time of year. They're going to want something real slow. I think as a co-angler, just get back there and keep your bait in the water. Drag a worm, Carolina rig, shaky head. I know a lot of people catch them on shaky heads down there. I like throwing a shaky head. One of my favorite shaky heads to throw is probably like a 3/8 ounce owner shaky head with a mag trick worm on the back, a Zoom Magnum trick worm. That's a good shaky head. And then you could probably deep crank. I know a lot of people deep crank out there. I don't personally like it, but deep crank bait can probably catch a few out there too this time of year.
I got you. Well, Parker, looking at your tournament stats, you've done a lot of great success for yourself in the BFL tournaments. You're fishing college now. You got a great family behind you. Anybody like to give a shout out to or a thank you before we let you go that helps you in your tournament career?
Oh yeah, I just can't thank my family enough. They got it started for me really. My dad, he started a high school team at my high school I went to in 8th grade, and I got on the team, whatever, and I started fished my way all the way through high school, qualified for 3 or 4 national championships, and my junior year I actually got picked to be All-American for the high school, 1 out of 12 in the whole United States. So they flew me out to Texas for all that. It was a cool deal out there, and then moved on to college. I'm going into my 3rd year now, and my parents they do a lot for me. I couldn't really be here without them. Another big shout out is Dugout Bait and Tackle. It's up in Marietta, Georgia. My good buddy Jamie Koza, he's the owner of it. They have anything you can imagine, all kinds of stuff. They're always doing all kind of giveaways, deals, sales, stuff like that. You can go up to Marietta, see them online. They got their own website, stuff like that. So yeah.
I got you. Well, cool. Well, Parker, again, congratulations to you for scoring that top 5. Good luck to you this year. Hope to see you back on our podcast. That usually means good things. And good luck to you the rest of the season. So from all of us at Revital Outdoors, you've been listening to Mr. Parker Guy, a Georgia angler who finished in the top 10 last year at the BFL Bulldog Division Tournament on Lake Eufaula. Again, that same tournament's coming up this weekend. So we want to wish Parker and all the anglers fishing the Bulldog Division good luck. Good luck to all the anglers fishing the BFL tournaments in 2022. Make sure before you let you go, you enter into that $2,500 sweepstakes giveaway. You've been watching the rotating banner below. Hit that link at the top of the description. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. From all of us at Revital Outdoors, I'm Theron Asbury. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. Be safe out there. God bless. We'll talk to everyone very, very soon.